Hello, welcome to the Feel Good Factor. I'm Susmita Veganosaurus. I'm so glad you're here today. This is a podcast about joy, fulfillment, well being in your work, life, creativity, all parts of life. If you enjoyed this episode, then sign up for my free newsletter, The Feel Good Tribe. Go to veganosaurus.com/newsletter and sign up. The link is in the show notes. I've been listening to this audiobook, Gentle by Courtney Carver. The book came highly recommended by Marsha Shander of Yes, Yes, Marsha. Go to episode 60, you can listen to her interview on the show. This was back when I used to do interviews, I had her on. I really admire Marsha's work, and the last time she recommended a book and I read it, it changed the entire trajectory of the way I run my business. She had recommended Laura Belgray's Tough Titties, and once I read it, I loved it. It was so hilarious that I got sucked right into Laura's world. I signed up for her newsletter. Her newsletters are so entertaining. And I also purchased so many of her courses and redid my About Me page. You can look at it if you like. It's veganosaurus.com/about if you go there. And I love the way the About page has turned out. And in many other ways, Laura's work has influenced the way I write and the way I run my business. Anyway, that's going a little off track. So back to Gentle, Courtney Carver's Gentle. The moment Marsha recommended it, I'm like, okay, I have to read it. One, yes, it's because she recommended it, but also because the topic is so close to my heart. A lot of what Courtney discusses on the book is kind of what we speak about here on the podcast, right? Yeah. It's about being gentle and kind with yourself, slow living, not really succumbing to hustle culture and stuff like that. Anyway, while I was reading the book, she said something which, of course, the moment I listened to it, I'm like, yes, I have to come and talk to you all about it. I'll read the little quote. Slow progress is progress, and it's the kind that sticks. Doesn't that make so much sense? Because we think that, progress has to be fast and it has to be in large quantities. By we, I mean the general we, the world. I don't think that anymore. I used to at some point, I guess. But that's the common belief. People don't think progress is progress if it isn't happening at a fast pace and in large quantities. But really, even if a progress is slow, even if movement forward is slow, it counts. It counts a lot. And part 2 of the quote, what she says, it's the kind that sticks. Because we aren't expecting too much of ourselves when we are willing to go with slow progress. And because it's slow, it becomes easier, gentler. And that means chances of us sticking to it and continuing to move forward, sticking to that momentum, building it slowly and then just chugging along is much, much more high. I was recently talking to a coaching client of mine, and they said that they were stuck at this one particular project, one particular area of their work. And there was so much inertia there, and they're like, no movement is happening. I'm not able to go forward. So we broke it down during our call, and we decided to, make it really, really easy on them. Really, really easy. Because here's the thing. The belief that, okay, I want to do something, but I don't have time. It's so common. It's familiar to all of us. The thing is, we do have time. It's just that we are expecting ourselves to have too much time, a lot more than we need to make progress. So what we did was break the tasks down to small bite-sized 10-minute tasks. Really, really break it down. We discussed the areas, we decided how to break it down, went deep into that, and that's what we did. Now, when the tasks become, 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, very less, then there's no way that you can't do it or you won't do it because it's only 10 minutes, right? Yes, that means the progress is slow. You aren't getting ahead at a very fast pace, but for sure, there's no inertia. There's no putting something off for later because there isn't a huge chunk of time to work on something. I follow this principle when I do all my work, every single thing that I do. I want to make progress, yes, and I'm involved in so many different things, like various areas of life, right? Like I'm a multi passionate. So, when I'm multi passionate, there are so many interests that I have, so many projects that I'm working on, so many, in terms of not just work and business, but also self improvement and various other things. So, the only way I move forward in all of them is to do it in little bits at a time, not try to stuff everything into a single day all the time, doing lots of work and then wondering, oh no, there's too much to do, and coming to a complete standstill because of that pressure, that worry. When I say, okay, I'll just do 5 minutes of this, I'll just do 10 minutes of this. Sometimes, yes, the 5-10 minutes ends up being much, much longer because I tap into that flow and I'm able to go forward. But many other times, I might just walk away. I might actually do only those 5 or 10 minutes and walk away. But it's still very satisfying because the point is progress has been made, even in itty bitty steps. So, if there's something you've been wanting to do and you've been putting it off, you feel like it's at a standstill and there is no movement in the direction you want to move. When it comes to a project, when it comes to inculcating a new habit, self improvement, knowledge development, whatever. You may have bought a course, you're not gone forward in that course also. Anything. Just carve yourself 10 minutes on your calendar, 5 minutes on your calendar for this, and then work at it every single day. You'll build momentum, slowly chug along, and because you're chugging along and moving forward, you feel motivated to move forward even more. Just that release of the guilt or pressure that, oh no, nothing's happening here, just that release because we're moving a little forward, little at a time, that it makes a huge difference in the way you feel, the ease that overcomes you. So, are you planning to build a new fitness routine? 5 minutes a day, do some exercise. 5, nothing's going to happen. No, 5, you can easily do it. Are you planning to learn something new? Open a lesson or the book, read it. Very small, just a few pages, just 1 few minute lesson, a tiny portion of the lesson. Do it. Or you have a creative project looming in front of you. Say you want to overhaul your website's main page, for example. Just start it and promise yourself that you'll work on it only for a few minutes each day. That's it. And do it, no matter what. Some days you'll have the energy to do more, the motivation, the inspiration. You'll tap into flow and you'll be there, at it for a while. But most days, you may have the energy to do just one thing, just one single thing, but do it anyway. And remember, as Courtney says, slow progress is progress, and it is the only kind that sticks. So, yeah, talk to you again next week. Thank you so much for listening. I hope I've given you something to contemplate on. Take care. Bye.